How many moons of Saturn are there? And what are their names? The International Astronomical Union recognizes 145 moons of Saturn. Saturn's moons display remarkable diversity, ranging from massive icy behemoths harboring hidden oceans to diminutive, heavily cratered rocky entities evoking science fiction imagery. Some orbit at a distance, while others navigate Saturn's ring gaps, acting as cosmic cleaners. The moons also exhibit a wide spectrum of sizes. Notably, Titan, surpassing even the planet Mercury in size, stands as the largest, while the tiniest rivals a sports stadium. 7 moons, including Titan, Rhea, Tethys, Dione, Enceladus, Iapetus, and Mimas, can be observed through telescopes from Earth given optimal conditions, although the voyages of Voyager 1, Voyager 2, Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11 in the 1970s and 1980s initially brought Saturn's moons to attention. It was NASA's Cassini mission that unveiled these enigmatic satellites in unprecedented detail upon its arrival in 2004. Now let's explore Saturn's 8 biggest moons. Titan has an average diameter of 3,200 miles, 5,150 kilometers. Titan is Saturn's biggest moon and the first to be discovered. It is the only moon known to have a significant atmosphere in the solar system. Nitrogen and methane stretch 10 times as far into space as Earth's atmosphere around the moon, occasionally falling to Titan's surface as methane rain. Rhea's mean diameter is 950 miles, 1,500 kilometers. Rhea is a cratered moon made up of ice and rock. The frozen dirty snowball is tidally locked with Saturn, which means that one side is always facing the ringed giant. The Cassini spacecraft discovered an exosphere or thin atmosphere comprising oxygen and carbon dioxide in 2010. Iapetus has a mean diameter of 914 miles, 1470 kilometers. Iapetus has a high contrast surface with light and dark areas. As a result, it has been termed the Saturn moon's yin and yang. Iapetus, like Rhea, is believed to be made of ice and rock. That when Chansarani Cassini discovered Iapetus in 1671. He noticed that one side of the moon was significantly darker than the other because he could only view Iapetus when it was on Saturn's west side. Iapetus also has some of the solar system's highest mountains. Along the moon's equator, a chain of 6-mile-in-kilometer high mountains runs. Dione's mean diameter is 698 miles, 1120 kilometers. Dione is a crater-filled moon with a thick core. It is most likely constructed of silicate rock, with the rest of the moon made of ice. The tidally locked moon's following hemisphere is more extensively cratered than its leading hemisphere, which is unusual. Usually, a leading hemisphere is more cratered as it encounters impactors like meteors head-on. Scientists believe Dione was knocked out by a recent impact, but how the moon spun exactly 180 degrees remains a mystery. Tethys' mean diameter 662 miles, 1066 kilometers. Tethys passes close to Saturn and is notably affected by the planet's gravitational pull. Saturn's heat may cause the moon's icy surface to slightly melt, filling in craters and other traces of impact. The surface is very reflective since it is almost entirely made of water ice. A massive trench runs diagonally from the moon's north to south poles, spanning 3/4 of its circumference. Enceladus. The average diameter is 330 miles, 504 kilometers. Enceladus, Saturn's icy ocean moon, has the whitest, most reflective surface in the solar system. Below its frozen shell is a subterranean ocean with potentially life-supporting conditions. The odd moon spews its ocean into space. NASA's Cassini mission discovered ice water particles flowing from the surface at around 800 miles per hour, 400 meters per second in 2005. The material ejected forms Saturn's E-ring, which scientists examine to learn more about Enceladus's ocean. Mimas has a mean diameter of 246 miles, 396 kilometers. Mimas contains a gaping crater that bears a striking resemblance to the mythical Death Star from the Star Wars films. Despite the fact that Mimas is one of the most highly cratered worlds in the solar system, with overlapping impacts covering the surface, the impact stands out. The little moon is mostly made of water ice, which is also the only substance ever discovered on Mimas. Mimas, on the other hand, continues to perplex scientists. The small moon orbits Saturn closer than Enceladus and has a far more eccentric, elongated orbit. Mimas should experience more tidal heating than Enceladus in theory. However, While Enceladus shows signs of interior heat via geysers of water, Mima's highly cratered surface suggests it has been frozen for a long period. According to NASA science, this puzzling discovery of Mima's geological past has given rise to the Mima's test, which argues that any theory that claims to explain the partially thawed water of Enceladus must also explain the entirely frozen water of Mima's, Hyperion. The average diameter along its three axes is 255 by 163 by 137 miles, 410 by 260 by 220 kilometers. Hyperion was found as the last of Saturn's main satellites. It's a little potato-shaped moon with a spongy appearance. Scientists believe Hyperion's unusual shape indicates that it is a remnant of a much larger moon that was destroyed by an impact. And that's all for this video. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this.